Hello colleagues. Now I made the original first impressions so that I could just quickly show you what the Eureka Effect does, and now that I've actually had time to play with it, I'm going to go over a few. But firstly I'm going to talk about some other things they've entered the game. Firstly, they have buffed the Gunslinger, which is quite controversial I guess, because a lot of people hate it. What they have done is made it so dispensers cost 70 metal. This means you can build a teleport entrance or exit and then proceed to build a dispenser before you have to pick up a max metal kit. It also means you can build a mini sentry, a dispenser, and then have 30 more metal left for your Widowmaker to invest into killing some enemies. So that's quite significant. People are probably going to complain about it because it's unnecessary buff to Gunslinger and everyone hates it. But I don't see it changing too much, besides making dispensers go up a lot more, and who doesn't want a dispenser? They've also added a change to the Huntsman that makes it so if you pull back an arrow, you jump up and pull back an arrow, you jump and then let go of your mouse. It doesn't let go of the arrow immediately, you can click again to fire. Or you can right click to draw it back. This means that if you are trying to fire an arrow, you're about to fire an arrow, you get pushed up into a corner by a pyro, they can't just immediately predict the arrow is going to instantly fire and then kill you as soon as you land. So that's quite nice. And they also fixed a bunch of stuff with pyro in terms of air blasts. They made it so when you deflect a black box rocket you actually get health back, and it gets rid of that annoying sound of the flamethrower going over and over again when you deflect a rocket. They also changed the ambassador reload animation slightly, if you can notice that. Just a little bit. It feels a little bit weird. It still blocks the screen, but that might just be because of my view model FOV. Nope, it still completely blocks it. That's completely useless. They also did it to the big kill because they used the same animation, because they were the same gun. Okay, so on engineer, so it's still the same issue. The repairing and the upgrading are a huge deal. Having to just only do like 18 metal at a time is very, very slow. You can teleport to a teleporter exit without having an entrance constructed, which means you're probably going to have some engineers in the team with exits that only benefit them and with pointless teleporters for the team, so that can pose a problem. This also means you can build exits in stupid spots and then use that to telefrag people. Although I don't believe the actual teleport acts as a teleport, so it causes like damage, because people don't walk in front of exits unless it's a Valve server, so I'm pretty sure someone would have made a video of that by now. Generally repairing a building when it's taking damage is a horrible thing. You just don't repair enough unless you're running Rescue Ranger, so having to like heavily rely on Rescue Ranger whenever you're using Eureka Effect is probably just a bad thing. So they should probably tweak this, make it so it's still probably downside repair rate and upgrade rate, but not as heavy as this, or go for a completely different downside. Maybe you could go with less damage on a melee swing, like the Jag, because personally you don't really notice it that much if you're using like a shotgun or the Thompson or any primary weapon that isn't the Rescue Ranger. And maybe they could do a tweak to the Jag, make it so that the Jag generally has faster building buildings without you having to hit it, because I believe the reason why the Jag only has a 15% faster construction rate is because when you're hitting the building you're making it build like 90% faster or something like that, so it caps out at like 10 or 15% faster, instead of 30%. So maybe make it so in general when you're just building your buildings, you place an entrance, you place a sentry, you place a dispenser, those are building faster. So like when I personally start building a bunch of buildings, I place a sentry down, go pick up metal, place a dispenser down, place an exit down, and then go back towards the sentry. So while I'm upgrading that sentry, the dispenser could have already been built on its own, maybe. That could be something to think about. But generally these downsides are quite terrible. People are probably not going to be using the Eureka Effect now, which I believe is why you did the tweaks to the Eureka Effect, because I personally used Short Circuit a hell of a lot before they got buffed, and now it's been buffed, people use it all for the wrong reasons. Now you can just run up to soldiers and demos and just cancel them out immediately, and it's really obnoxious. There's like no timing or positioning involved, it's just you run at someone and hope that you just don't run out of metal before they give up and walk away. So Eureka Effect is probably going to become just a gimmick now, where you'll do it to set up a little ninja base somewhere else, but otherwise you're going to use every other wrench, which I'm really disappointed in. Hopefully Valve can change this. But yeah, I guess I'll like keep working with this and see if I find out some other bugs and things. Some other bugs I've noticed is whenever I go into this loadout screen to select all these, the director's vision doesn't come up, but I go into my inventory and there it is. I'm stealthy. Maybe it doesn't detect that it's a renamed one or something like that, but I asked other people and they couldn't see that they had a director's vision, so that might be a bug. Also, I believe that they changed all of this to make it like more formalized because they're adding that animation workshop. So people are going to start adding custom taunts and things like that. So maybe this is Valve's way of saying, hey, these are the Valve ones, because they've got the achievement kind of design to it. So yeah, hopefully they change my favourite wrench, but it doesn't look very good. So, see ya.